Ear protection, obviously. Here we go. Not hard to see that you're in charge and that you're not the only one watching. So it's just these people are giving their card. It's too easy now. Thank you for showing me this, Father. I know you'll protect me. Hey, guys, get away from there. So ironic to get, these timing with everything here. I know God's time. So nothing but lies and deception, deceit, and a bunch of nonsense. I'm not going to be lied to by anybody. I just don't want to hear it anymore. There's no justice or any of this in this country. My life is at risk. My son's life's at risk. Nobody gives a fuck. So that's okay. I'll have to do what I have to do to protect myself. And now they're already targeting Kevin and shit. This is bullshit. Fucking just left out of here and he already has a cop fucking behind him. Leave out of here and just... What bullshit. That's all right. Ironic. It's not. God creates all things. So it's not something that God didn't already write. So a just measure be poured out on everybody who has done things against, righteousness. He will right all the wrongs. He will heal all the pain. He is the one who pours out a just measure on all of us. So he can't hide. He's inside of us. He's not in the sky. And I guess these people don't know who they're messing with. So I apologize for some cursing here, but I do put all my faith like Daniel and Father and know that these people already tried to come kill me once. And I'm pretty certain my son is... They know where he's at. Why I never gotten a call from the feds, I don't know. Why nobody ever came and fucking visited me for now 9 months. And, supposedly you have friends, but they don't. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That's a military strategic little tactical insertion for you in your mind skull. Instead of some hot lead, we'll put some bis in there for you if you have an ear to hear through your ear canal. So I'm starting to figure out, I would like to know where my son's at, and I know where his car's at. So why is his car at a location where I think somebody knows where he's at? Fucking play me anymore. I'm not going to be played like a sucker, man. I know now. Can't do timing. It's just impeccable. So remember these, everything you say is being recorded. They all have this thing above your head, Mr. Stinky Muskrat and all their, but Father in Christ is inside of you. He's not a temple. He's not a house made by hand. So faith will be the shield of armor that the word will protect you. So all these people come against the sons of God will pour out, a measure will be poured out on them. So I feel for that's why I don't seek vengeance. I haven't been violent and sought vengeance against any of these people who've wronged me and lied and cheated and shot me. And headshot, right in the head with a grenade. And they were trying to protect the constitutional right of my son's right to protect him from illegal prosecution, because I have the evidence. They're trying to legally prosecute him. Instead, they swapped my house. Since then, I suppose as a friend who ain't even come visit me one fucking time. Not even one day spent a moment with me. So you'll know who your friends are in hard times. You'll see. You being lucky if you're not enough to get you tote you to the hole, because them fair weather friends get low when it's cold. So that's what people do, I guess. They become opportunists. So it is what it is. Life is not Burger King. Can't always have it your way. Father will make sure that if something isn't, if it doesn't add up, then he'll make sure that's righted. And Shiloh gives me the ability not to strike at these men and blow holes in their chest and holes in their head, like some fish disease, some Oscar, fish tank disease, hole in the head, suffering from leaking. When you when you're leaking on the cement, you're gonna see what I meant, aren't you? So, anyways, I'm not seeking vengeance. This idiocracy of how I live in some supposed nation where I'm innocent until proven guilty, where people could just steal from me all the time and nobody ever gets busted for nothing. So, kind of crazy. It ain't about that though. It ain't about shiny dirt. It's more about where the fuck is my son? Who stole my son? Where's my son? So, I want to know. I want answers, and I keep putting this out because the feds and obviously are so onto this now. So they have to be involved. They should already been involved in this case long ago. This case is one of the largest cases of corruption. Points out a extremely corrupt police department in Lake County, Oregon, where recently the sergeant was on the job caught using methamphetamines, and I've been pointing this out for years, running cahoots with the farmers. So they tried to kill me and shut me up already out here once, and didn't turn out successful as they thought. So grenade to the face. Thank you, Father, for keeping me upright to still tell these people that you keep, trying to send these men against me, but Father is going to keep me standing upright. I'm still here. You let me out of your cage after keeping me there illegally whole extra week. We shouldn't even kept me in there for the first week to begin with, but still here. Went right back to going blogging, throwing it in your face that you're wrong. And so disgusted at this handling of where my son is at. And just because I stood up for his rights, I ended up having to take a grenade and tear gas and eat, 5 tear gas canisters from the state of Oregon, who are sitting there pleading they don't want to wreck my house. So they already fucking just annihilated all my fencing and my gates and all of my access to keep animals pinned up in here and go to jail worried about my animals running around. They don't give a fuck. They just kept me in there. So there is no justice in America. And so I do this to document the disgusting, filthy Lake County Sheriff's Office and the state of Oregon with their rogue SWAT team that came out, try to eliminate my face and hit me in the head with a concussion grenade. And I'm very blessed to still be here and go in their kangaroo system. 9 months later, they still haven't done anything after swatting my house. These people haven't done nothing. So the feds must be involved, holding them off or something. But I want to know where my son's at. I don't know what it's going to take to get the fucking feds out here, but I'm going to get their attention. I know I already know it now. I know it. I know who's working for the feds. He might cover as some kind of front and like a police officer or like a sheriff or a marshal or something, bullshit. Bull fucking shit, man. Bullshit, dude. I'm gonna lie to you so many fucking times. I know when somebody's lying through their fucking teeth, so can't even can't keep your story straight. That's the thing. That's just, you have to let how that works. You ever have somebody just lie to your face and they're lying to your face over and over again? Hello from Afghanistan. Oh. Anyways, anywhere but America. I'd rather be in Afghanistan right now than America. 20 years we're over there just growing the opium over there. I'm a vet. I know this stuff. It was never about no war. They never did find no weapons of mass destruction. Remember Iraq and Iran and all these Saudi nations, Afghanistan, all these nations. Iran's the last one on the list. So I'd rather live in Afghanistan than America. There's way better places and way better people. I guarantee I could probably find than America in Afghanistan. So at least we were longest war in America. We served in in over there are disgusting 1,000+ military bases and 180 all over the world. Yep, all 180 countries. Yep, disgusting, filthy swine, America. And I'm a veteran who even served this country during that time when we were in that Desert Storm, Desert Shield, Operation Iraqi Freedom, all this. And I can't even get this country to stand up for the right of the my own constitutional rights. They won't even listen to them. I have a witness in an open court saying the clown clerk, fake judge Vandenberg is operating in the 4th article territorial court, which is not judicial, is open court with the FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act. I can show you that he said he would continue to violate my 6th Amendment rights to fair and speedy trial. But a supposed man that's making life decisions for people, a family court supposed judge too, it literally just open in court says, yep, I'm going to violate your 6th Amendment right. That if they're going to charge you under Title 18, the 6th Amendment covers your right under criminal prosecution. So most people don't know their right. I do, because I used to be one of these pigs myself and a prior pig in the Army. So I know this both by military standards and by doing this as a pig, beat cop on the streets, Reconstructionist, SWAT team, all that nonsense. So they brought a SWAT team to my house instead of looking at the evidence. Isn't that nice? Oh, America is such a great place to be. And I have all the evidence to prove it over and over. And I did for hundreds of hours, hundreds of phone calls for years. Doesn't do a damn thing in this country. They don't give a fuck. You'll bow down. You'll lick these cop boots. You'll do what they say. When you go in the system, 98.5% of the people take a gain for the bar. Plea agreement. They agree to take a gain, and they reach over and bend the soap. That's bend over. You're going to get cock meat sandwiches and double pump like an Oreo, double stuffed by Bob's buddy behind as he rock you like a quarter a ride at the Kmart, back and forth. That's you pay for it too. Filthy. And then they send your money to Iran and Afghanistan and Iraq and Israel and Ukraine. And we got dying people in the streets of America. The nation of immigrants, trying to keep out all the immigrants. What an apostate nation, America. You don't like it, get the fuck out. I'm trying. Somebody want to make a GoFundMe? I'm trying. They won't even let me out. Locked up. They won't let me. I don't even hear their law. Fuck them. Fuck you, feds, and fuck all your alphabet soup agencies. And this is not even criminal law that you tried. Not even Title 18 original adjudicated through the House, Congress, and Senate. I know my constitutional rights. But careful, they'll shoot you for trying to search your rights. I have proof. You want to see it? There's a 16-minute video of me being gassed and fucking hit in the face for only asking if my son was okay. Nobody's reaching for guns. Nobody was violent. The only people who were violent was the state of Oregon. So my life's definitely in jeopardy, has been, and Father's the one who's protecting me. Thank you, Father. So I feel them closing in. Vultures watching over me. Yep, but that's all right. Yep, well, they're men in black now. I feel it. That's okay. They ain't got shit on me. There's some alphabet. They ain't no different than some clown pig, badge that doesn't have any authority anyways. Federal doesn't mean authority. Federal government was only there to protect the inalienable right of the people, not to make laws. Fuck the federal government. Kiss my ass, you fucking alphabet soup agencies. Any of you ever watch this and watch it in the future, you don't have any authority over not sovereign. Neither are you. You don't have any authority. You're just an alphabet soup agency from your DOJ to your FBI, top to bottom, from the bottom to the top to the top to the bottom. I got them. They got no authority over me. I don't serve two masters. So, can't serve mammon and God. So, these people try to hold this law over me, and it doesn't matter what they do to my flesh. So, but these other men that aren't government officials that try to get close to me fucked me over, and I really have to pay too, because normally somebody who fucking hurts you is somebody who's real close to you. So, yeah, somebody who takes from you normally is somebody you know. So that's the way she girds, boys. You ever watch Little Pug One Life? So that's just the way it is. Can't worry about shit you can't change. Only worry about what you can't. God created all things. Can't change anything. It's already written. Self is the word latria in Greek, or to serve. Idolatria or idolatry is the word porneia in Greek, and that means to serve your eyes, serve the dirt. So I don't serve their dirt laws. They don't have any authority. Even if they try to constitutionally, criminally prosecute me, it'd have to be under the original Title 18 statutes that were adjudicated through our House, Congress, and Senate. Anything revised statutes not. That's meant for a corporation. I'm not a corp. And if you notice, I'm moving around. And I'm not sitting here like some statute. If it's a statute, it has to be Title 18. It has to be, you have to try me in a fucking Article 3 court. There's only one in America. Until you take me there, you ain't got shit on me. So fuck America. America sucks. The worst country to ever walk this rock. Fucking 1,000 military bases, 20 fucking years in Afghanistan. Shipping all their money overseas, dying fucking people on the streets of this country. What a filthy fucking nation that I live in. You don't like it, start a phone me, go fund me. Call the fucking feds, tell them to get me the fuck out of here. I don't want to be here. They're the ones holding me here now. 9 fucking months I try to help stand up for my son, and now they're holding me here because of it. So fuck this country and fuck everybody who supports all this taxation, 1,000 military bases, and we got problems with our fucking inflation. That's ridiculous, guys. What was that? Pretty windy out there today. Got that coronal hole streams crushing us from the sun. So nobody cares about my son. I know my son has something to do with his car. I want to know why is my son's car at fucking in Wolf Creek? How do you like that, motherfucker? So what the hell is it doing there? And why is his little Woody take off in some yellow fucking truck? None of this fucking story I'm getting from somebody's making any sense. And now I'm starting to figure out that they must be involved with one of these alphabet soup agencies. It makes no sense to me. Not at all. Maybe I'm just a little burnt that my fucking dog was held from me for months on end when I needed this fucking dog after being thrown in a cage. For just trying to stand up for my son's rights, not being illegally prosecuted. Then they gassed my dog, man. On big. Fucking cocksuckers. So, all I did was I know my son did all this shit. Here's all the proof fucking right here. Here's all the proof for you fucking feds. Come fuck with me again. You're going to have to eat all this shit again. That you never looked at none of it. None of it. Did you ever do shit, fucking state of Oregon? You didn't do nothing. You just fucking head grenaded me. With the head, I'm lucky to be standing here, you fucking pigs. So, I know who it is. Don't fucking call me. Oh, okay, hold on. I gotta take this call. Okay, so, for the protection of my son, I chose to put myself in front of his evidence because I know he did all these things and they let a rapist run around Tony Karsten. So they're going to have to prove eventually this case is going to come to fucking court one day, or I'm exiting the country. I'm not even fucking listening to this bullshit anymore. I just waited 9 fucking months and had a judge tell me they're just going to extend the bullshit. Under your Miranda rights, you have the right to adequate counsel. If they're going to cost your body, try to criminally convict you, you have remember, you have Miranda rights. You have rights under Title 18. The only way they can prosecute you would be Title 18 statutes. Those cover all the criminal prosecution. Warrantless search or seizure. You have the right to be secure in your house's papers, persons, and effects. So, would you say this is due to bad luck or poor organizational skills? The fuck are you talking about? There's no such thing as luck, you dumb fuck, Michael. Get the fuck out of here, you prick. Fucking luck. Nope. Don't start trying to sit there and try and get the rub on your fucking ball. There's no such thing as luck. Move on, child. Yeah, grow up. If in here, if you think there's luck, get the fuck out of here. There's no such thing as luck. God created all things. How could there be? He knows where the dice are gonna land. You fucking idiot. Take your bullshit. You fucking sit there and you people keep buying into this bullshit. God's in the sky and all this crap. It's all nonsense. So stand up for some fucking truth and speak some kind of truth, or get the fuck off this chat. I don't want you in here with vipers. No fucking such thing as luck. Listen here, you want me to blow on your fucking wine skin, your goat skin, and throw your fucking voice and pay me money to tell my dead ancestor gonna fucking tell me some fortune? The fuck out of here. You're gonna read my palm, rub on my ball. You know, an Arab demon is a fucking genie. Get your fucking, rub your ball, your lamp somewhere else. Take your shit, your little fucking fairies, a fucking Celtic demon, your little tail somewhere else. Like, learn what the hell you're talking about. I bet you can't even define the word hell. Unfortunate that you don't. There's no such thing as fortune, so that's a stupid fucking word. Yeah, buzz off. Okay, well, kiss my ass. How about that? Pound sand. Oh, wait, hold on. First, kick rocks. Turn that into gravel, and then pound sand and take it deep. Don't build your house on sinking sand. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Adios, amigo. So, yep, you don't have to put anything else. You just exit with your stupid peace nonsense. Take your peace, Jesus, somewhere else. God's not in the sky. Grow up. So, either way, fuck the police. You never heard about a song called "Fuck the Firemen," have you? So, nope. These cops, all they do is fear for their life. Like, so I think the feds are involved. I think my friends and supposed friends involved, because that's where my son's car's at, you know. So why the fuck would his car be there? Why is my wife's car, his truck, supposedly the truck he had is gone and my wife's car is there? What the fuck is going on? So he's obviously involved, you know. You're not going to do anything in here, Michael. You're already showing your, you know, it's called an idiot, not duh. I didn't say you're retarded. That's different. That's like a carburetor that doesn't, you know, pull back all the way, advanced or retarded. You're obviously, you're out of your league. I'm not above you. You just can't define anything that comes out of your face, your pie hole. Go stick your fucking flute in somebody else's pie here, band camp. You want to stay here, teach somebody something. Now I'm on some new shit. See? Duh. That's official. Ooh. Yeah, look at that. That boy, he got potential. Oh, let me see what he can teach you. No, Michael ain't teach anything. So anyways, either way, brothers, sisters, I stand for the right of the Constitution. It is an upheld right because I'm a military pig, tyrant, veteran, prior police officer, and served this beast military American industrial. Roger Waters called it the war machine, right? Welcome to machine. Welcome to police state already here. Interlaced metaverse already here. So nanotech already been sprayed into your system, inhaled, insane in the membrane. Next thing you know, they're going to try to get me to take drugs. I know their kind. Snakes up a pole, brothers, sisters, snakes up a pole. Michael, did you just give me a psychological evaluation? Uh-oh, we got a doctor in here. We're bringing doctors into the chat. No, God created all things, so there's no such thing as luck. You can't be saved. God doesn't love everybody. Most people go to hell. And 98% of the people that come into this chat can't define the word hell. So, my son's car is in Wolf Creek at supposed friend's house who fucking wouldn't give me my dog back, who fucking came back haggard after fucking months. And, you know, after being thrown in a fucking jail cell for after standing up for my son, they end up stealing all my fucking silver, which is my retirement. Last time I lost 25 pounds. This time I lost almost 40 fucking pounds of silver. And I said, don't fucking take my shit, please. This is all I got. I buy everything else for everybody else. All my shit is for everybody else. But this is the only thing. Imagine actually having that. So, last time I watched Row U was going through is how it is now. I hope Row good and listen to the man. He's on the way. So, we'll give all glory to God, Philip. Please, You know, like I said, it's what we're supposed to do, guys. Christ stood up to the law. You're not Christ-like if you're not standing up to the law. You're a bootlicker and you love this pig. And he said, don't hang up, don't sup with vipers, and don't cast your pearls before swine. So that's pig, people in government. You wonder what the fuck's wrong with this country. 40% of the population works for the fucking government, guys, either through private contractor, state, federal. This is a fucking government. Corporation is what it is, and you got all these people who lick the boot of this government. So that's why nothing happens in America. People lose all fucking hope, then they do shit. But you're going to keep the hope alive if you think the next president's going to get you no luck, no God. Okay, well, God is in the title, right? Hey, God, hey, Michael actually taught you something. Look at that, Michael. There we go. There's no such thing as God. That's a fucking title. I'm a veteran. God is a title. That's not what scripture didn't call out God. God, what the fuck is G-O-D? There's no vowels in Hebrew. There's no O, A-I-O. Here we go. Barnyard transgender Jesus. We got one of these cracker Christians in here, huh? Catholicism. Eat my body, drink my blood. Vampism, Catholicism. Yep, cannibalism. You'll will. There you go with your little conductor, fucking Hollywood bullshit. Programmed. The New Year's doesn't start in the middle of the fucking winter, idiot. We got you banging with your orgies, sex Jesus, sex pistol worship. Nimrod, the one Trump has his house decorated. That's how much of an idiot world I live in. The fucking 9/11 president. How stupid is America? 4 + 5. 1 bat. You want me to do some fucking simple Sesame Street shit with you? Maybe you'll relate to some Big Bird or something. I don't fucking know what's wrong with these. 4 + 5. No, we're not Common Core. 2 + 2 = 5. Get the fuck out of here with your stupid bullshit. 2 consecutive fucking quarters of negative earnings is a recession. These motherfuckers are going to move the goalposts. Take all this shit out there. Go by John Williams' shadow stats. You'll really see what's really fucking going on. There's no such thing as taxpayer funded, right? Oh, that's all there is. There's no government funded. The government is funded by the taxpayer. So there's no such thing as government funded. Fuck the government. People in government, 40% of the population, fuck you and everybody who licks this boot of this pig. I know I used to be one. I've served this beast system. Dude, they got some shit going on right now. Whoa! We're going to have the fucking solar. We're going to have we lost the windmill completely. All its fucking bolts, high grade washer, bolts, the whole thing, the whole thing completely off this fucking turbine I built. We get some crazy shit. They fucking been trying to nuke me so fucking hard with all kinds of tech, everything they can put on me. They brought 20 fucking plus men, heavily fucking armed with special weapons and tactics warrants signed to try to come fucking kill me. And they were unsuccessful. If you want to see what the fuck you're fucking with, what kind of man that father has put on this rock, go see the 16-minute video. You'll see. I ain't one to be fucked with. Father has my back. I ain't trying to walk in front of a fucking moving train. But whatever, I'll catch a grenade for you. I did for my son. I took one in the fucking face. Bruno Mars, that shit, biatch. So fuck the feds. They're just some alphabet soup and agency. The federal government is not fucking even legal right now. You can't make any goddamn executive order. Are you that fucking stupid? 4 + 5 is 9. 4 + 7 is 11. Are you that fucking blind? Blind 11. So there you go. Bunch of bootlickers, pig lickers. People who love this constitutional republic is gone. It's a corporation. You lick these clown cops that are not even operating in I never was. Nope. Since, well, what is it? The 1800s, since they took us off the bimetallic standard. Oh, turn this into revised statutes. Do you know the law? You're building nothing in your life. You're leaking distress. Okay, what the fuck ever, Michael. Get the fuck out of here, you idiot. I just paid off 20 fucking acres of land that I work my. Do you have any fucking calluses on your hand, asshole? Do your hands look like that at all? You don't have a callus fucking one. You couldn't skin a buck. You couldn't try. Get your fucking sorry the fuck ass out of here. You understand? Yeah, you don't have a callus one on your. I know you by your fruit. You know, it ain't about this flesh, but you couldn't fucking come out here and dig a hole with me for one. If the ground's frozen right now, how many think you could pick a hole out here? Maybe I already got a hole dug for you. You can put some poles in the hole and worship your fucking transgender pole god Jesus. Take your sorry fucking Michael, the archangel. Do you even know who your name is biblically? Probably not. You don't fit in here. Go take your fucking ass somewhere else. You've been programmed to be a worker of darkness. God doesn't love everybody. So let's see what this person's saying here. The sinuses are. Okay, absolutely fascinating. Honesty. So, okay, moving on. Let me get this brute beast out of here. Probably he thought he learned something here, but he wasn't teaching anybody. So, I'm not gonna let you stay in here. If you say anything stupid, I'll just moderate you. I don't have any moderators in here right now, but remember, the government is watching. I can show you evidence on Discovery Evidence right now that the law enforcement monitors this channel. So, everything you say can and will be used to fucking against you. Be careful what you say. It is. I've shown this. Go look back at the streams. Every one of these streams for fucking. You think this is my first time exposing this government? How about the 923 executive orders that I put out under Truth Viral Television, exposing that they're going to do this again to you, fucking America, and put you in work camps? And you ain't going to listen to this channel. Oh, he's just some crazy motherfucker out in the desert. Yeah, whatever. Walmart. Enjoy your happy face. Fucking camp. Band camp. Yeah, encampment of the saints, you fucking idiots. And you're not going to run from it just because here from Panama to the new border in Canada, because I don't know if you already heard that fucker Russia already took over fucking Alaska. Oops. Did I get a little too prognosco ahead of my time? No, they didn't. We're just doing theory, map, 5D chess, war, like game, not simple checkers. These motherfuckers have got simple minds, simple men. They don't see this shit happening. They don't know it, despite the nose on their face. It sits there every fucking day right in front of them. Unless they look in a mirror, they don't ever see it. So, not trying to sit here and hear this bullshit anymore. I want to know where the fuck my son is at. Where the fuck are the feds on this case? The sheriff out here got busted doing meth on the fucking job. We've lost our 911 out here. What was that? There were all kinds of shit knocking over out there. I must have something blow over. What was that, buddy? Did you hear that? You're fine. It's probably just something from the wind. So, but I'm through with this shit, man. People lying to my face and telling me just bullshit. I'm just tired of it. So there's no justice in this country. I have all the proof to clear my son. So if somebody wants to come fucking challenge this shit, let's do it. No, I'm just, well, they are, come on. That was owned by Russia. So, I've been in Russia. I was stationed in the military up there. I worked with the state troopers in Alaska. I've done. You can fart and smell it in Russia. That's how fucking close Russia. People think Russia's like way the fuck over there. Russia is right there, you dumb fucks. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. Russia is right there. These people would think Russia's around the fucking world. So, they're going to take, and Trump is going to, he said he's already going to take over Canada, Greenland, Panama, Mexico. He's already taken over Mexico. That's already done too. That's actually, we've got 101st Airborne down there. Airborne, right? Whatever. Move out and draw fire. Carry on as you were. But Trump will give it all to China. So, and China just was over by Australia, unannounced. So I already told you they're going to take over Australia on this channel. I'm not fucking stupid. I already know what they're doing. So I have their script. They've been putting this shit out for fucking decades. They've known of these celestial cycles for thousands of fucking years. They're riding the celestial cycle. You're just too idiot thinking that the fucking New Year's is in the middle of the winter. It's not 2025. Grow the fuck up. The New Year's doesn't start in the middle of the winter. Christ was not born in the fucking middle of the winter. Stop it. You're a fucking pagan. You're a Satanist. Yeah, you are. You do the adversary. Antichrist is any jot or tittle away from the word. He said, don't add even the smallest, even your opinion. So you're either with Christ or you're antichrist. And pushing peace and shalom and golden is fucking false prophet. A false teacher, false prophecy, the scorpizzo, that's my celestial marker. I'm a magi, so I know I'm very aware of these things. That is somebody who pushes peace. There's nothing in the gospel that's peace. If you want to know what a false teacher is, an antichrist is someone who's pushing peace. Peace. There's no peace coming. There's no golden age. We're past the age of golden age. We're in the age of clay. That is just Trump playing on these fucking religious idiots that don't know he's talking about Baal, the golden calf, and the age, the interpretation of the king's dream. Hello? So, the end is not the end. You will hear of all these things come to pass. Nation will rise against nation, the wars and rumors of wars. There'll be famine of the word, the great falling away. It's spiritual anyways. It's all men just doing this bullshit anyways. A demon is just a man that lies to somebody else. It isn't anything else, you fucking idiot. You call a demon anything else, you don't even know your ass from a hole in the ground. Actually, a demon was a compliment in history before it was ever this stupid Ghostbusters bull crap that these people think a demon is. A demon is a man that lies to the definition of demonion, which you put in scripture is the word devil. This word is added, the word devil. That is not a biblical word. What the fuck is a devil? The devil doesn't have horns. Jesus has horns. Baphomet Jesus, transgender Jesus, Baphomet, born in the middle of the winter. Christmas. That's why they do the ram's horn. That's why the ram's horn is Father I Am. Remember? David declared him the Lamb of God. That is the ram. Wake up. The age of fire. Hello. To water. Hello. Had to birth the flesh vessel. He didn't exist in flesh. They have a transgender God that's all in one. Father, Son, Holy and Spirit. Christmas. Catholicism. Jesus, you fucking idiots. Jesus, born in the manger in the winter. Christmas, hello. That's an orgy. A horned god where they used to have sex with animals. Sheep, goats. Fuck a goat, huh? That's what Christmas is. It's a suck and fuck orgy is what it is. So if you celebrate Christmas, you're celebrating orgy. That's why it was banned. They came to this rock over here and genocided all these pole worshipers, these pagan, all of them are pagans. Some of them came, Jamestown, 13 colony, even the first winter, we wouldn't have made it through without the natives, but some did. Obviously, this gospel has been around for 2,600 fucking years. Not like this New Testament is blow the dust off it. Most people have lost it because they think it's new. They think it's like, no, it's 2,600 years ago this New Testament started. So when he said, let vengeance be mine, this used to be a blessed nation because it said no foreign entanglements. And yeah, we didn't go outside our borders, and they founded this fucking nation on Christmas. Pagan. That's right. Thank you, COVID. Catholicism. Christmas. Jesus born in the middle of the winter. That's the deadly head wound and healed. That was, yes, healed it. That was Constantine rebranded this same Christmas Mass A of the Yule wheel of the pagan god. It's this freaking hard, guys. It's this hard to figure out. There's your Jesus. This is Trump's Trump doesn't say, when he says God, he's talking about this God. When Trump says he believes in God, this is the God he believes in, this equinox God, this pagan swastika, this is the Yule wheel. This is where they thought the sun was dying off and they prayed to Kronos, Saturn. They thought they could slow the sun from going away at the equinox on 9/23 in the winter. In the spring, they would offer burnt offerings of a dead man. Well, they started their Samhain. These are all pagan. All this. There's actually 8 Samhain rituals. These are all pagan rituals, not Satanism. Satanism is hijacked paganism. Trump, Christians, Baptists, Mormons, Calvinists. Oh shit, he said Christians. Oh, you're not one of those Christians, are you? He wasn't a Christian. Christ is a pagan term. Grow up. Yes, this Yule wheel, people get offended by this. They have any idea that this is the Big Dipper going around the North Star. They thought the sun was dying, so they prayed to Saturn, this star right here, this celestial marker. Saturn. This is the star marker. There would be signs in the stars. This is the one that the wise men, Jupiter, right? And Saturn conjunct each other, the great conjunction. We entered into the last book. Welcome to Revelation. That's right. I am Apocalypse. That's right. I pastor this gospel. I know where the line declares. This is not. That's right. They took and inverted this. The swastis, guys. The swastis. Remember, Hitler went to Tibet to look at for this master race, the Tibetan tribes, because they had they were tall and they had long arms. They were, yeah, and they were given the Jews. Those aren't Jews. Those weren't Jews. Grow the fuck up. There's no such thing as a physical Jew. No, there's not. There's no. In here it mentions Israel. There's no physical Israel. Grow up. You're not one of those who thinks that Israel's someplace in the middle of the desert, do you? No. Remember this triple conjunction? Oh, you don't remember that, do you? 1930 line. You weren't even alive when we saw this celestial sign in Aries. Remember, he is the ram. Aries is fire. You know, like the god of fire, wrath, I am, sacrifice, blood, war, ritual, right? Well, remember when we saw the triple conjunction in 1939 in Aries, triple conjunction, that's a very, very extremely rare. They formed the nation. Yes, they did, 1948. How many years later? There's a celestial marker for you, proving I am a magi. I tell you what the wise men know. Well, there were many men, many magi. Danny was, remember, they were pointing at that celestial star marker in that sign in the, they were watching Jupiter. You know any of these? Really? So anyways, this is nonsense, brothers, sisters. That's what I'm saying. I live in a nation that's traded their, mineral for paper payments. They're more loyal to Satan than their own occupation. That's right. This country is a fallacy that used to be one blessed nation, Mayflower nation under God. But when we saw that same conjunction that created that fake nation, that's right, that triple conjunction. Welcome to the new age. Welcome to Aquarius. That's right. Welcome to the age of water. Remember Foamhawk? That's deception. Over. Nope. This is the age where the heirs will be crowned. Crowned like a king, like a virus, like a solar corona around like the whole world, like everybody stand on the X. Oh, this sounds a lot like the sword, the famine, the pestilence, and the beast when your enemies surround you. Do not think that I came to bring a peace. I came to bring a sword. Matthew 10:34 through 39, the backbone of this ministry. What do you know? Ha ha. Peace. Get out of here. Those who say shalom and bring a call for safety, sudden destruction will come upon those who call out. So we don't push that peace nonsense. This was a symbol of peace, you idiots. That's right. Some of you guys know, are like, wow, isn't it beautiful? Father gives us many are called, but few are chosen, brothers, sisters. So we're too far down this obvious, don't put your head hard that down, Alice in Wonderland, the rabbit hole. Silly rabbit. The New Year's doesn't, April Fools. New Year's starts when new life starts in the spring. New Year's was never in the middle of the winter. That's the birth of Satan, Jesus Christ, born in a manger, the sun god, Apollyon, the one Trump has his house decorated with. So he knows who that is. He doesn't call ever on Christ. He only calls on God. His God is the sun god, Mithra, the bringer of the disease and the cure of the disease, who lived in a 58-story Manhattan tower, who brought you the crown, the writer of the apocalypse. So I know we are in Revelation. We are in the last book. We've already seen the rider on the white horse. The one with the sword? No, that is Christ. That is the Hamashiach, Shiloh, the one with the crown. Crown is the word crown, or toxon, the bow and the arrow. Toxon, toxon. Do you speak any Greek? See, this is all written in the firmament. They did this by the celestial firmament. They're not everything they do that's here, they do by down, as is above, so is below. God is not in the sky. Heaven is not above your head. There's no such thing as heaven above your head. Psalms, it says the heavens declare the glory of God. The firmament declares his handiwork. The firmament is the waters above your head. Those star markers, constellations prove we're not spinning around on a fucking ball. If you think we're spinning around on a ball trying to grow, there's nowhere it ever said in the book of Genesis, this is Revelation, I am Revelation, that he created one planet. Take your ape ass out of here. Yeah, you got me going gorilla in here like Bruno Mars. Remember earlier? Bang, bang, gorilla. Yeah. have sex with goats and sheep and finest veal. That's what Jesus is. That's who Trump decorates his house, the Antichrist. That's why he is President 9/11. When you look at Donald Trump, you should easily see he is the one responsible for dropping 3 fucking steel buildings. Are you that bad at math? Oh, you must be on some of that Common Core government bullshit. You got stung. You went to public school, didn't you? Television. They told you we went to the moon, didn't we? You do any kind of reconstruction? How about the moon lander itself? You know, you could not even put that moon lander. It wasn't collapsible. It would not even fit in the rover. So get the fuck out of here with your stupid bullshit you're done telling people we're spinning around on a ball at 1,040 miles an hour, huh? Take your band camp, ball camp, Planet Apes bullshit, Star Wars, Star Trek. Look, Chewbacca is not fucking had sex with a Wookiee and, you know, or had Wookiee with the Ewok and created some kind of Sasquatch, right? Or Bigfoot. Stop it. You're just creating, ma'am. They people sensationalize. That's right. And the dancing Israelis. Thank you, Seeker, for not being afraid to point this motherfuckers out. He's responsible for all MAGA death. He is the oil man. He's the one who bought the big bed at fucking Diddy's place. And he's the one who has enough money to take his name written out of that black book. But too bad his phone was pinged from that 58-story Babylonian, Manhattan Tower, decorated with Nimrod, all the way to EpiPen Island. They were riding the train. Come on, ride that train. The Island Boys. That's what Island Boys. Him and Joe and Billary and yeah, all of them. They love the train. Barry, they're all in on it. 2 wings to the same dragon, 2 cheeks to the same hole. They love rubbing their lightsabers and putting them in their ice hole. Well, they love raising the Jurassic dead in their spine. They do that. Slap that down on and Lupercalia. That's in the month you're in now. That's why you see all this Doge. Yeah, you mix red and blue together. What do you get? Purple people eaters, kitty fuckers. Yep, that's right. Can't keep it in your pants, keep it in the family. Joe fucking Biden. Yep, thank you. Whatever, skip Joe. Remember, he had to be 46 so that are you that stupid? 81 million people. That son of a bitch didn't even come out of his fucking basement and is an actor. There's nothing wrong with Joe other than he can't keep his hands and his nose to himself. I said, hey, if Joe Biden gets elected or students in public schools, instead of having spelling bees, are going to have smelling bees. But nobody, that's a meme. I meme the shit out of the COVID. It's the only way I could survive. I did. How much flu could a flu shot stop? If a flu shot could stop flu, I stopped the fucking flu, guys. I didn't do it on purpose, but the very next year we only had 4 cases of flu. Did I do that on purpose? All glory to the Father. It's still on Christmas Valley United if you want to see it. It's on my Facebook page. If you want to look at it, you can see the meme. How much flu could a flu shot stop? If a flu shot could stop flu. And everybody, did you hear about that guy out here in Christmas Valley, the little private airport out here? You guys didn't hear about this little town? You know, I always talk about this corruption and shit during the COVID. That guy, he fucking jumped out a little fucking airplane, whatever private jet. His fucking chute didn't open up. On impact, he died of COVID. Remember, everything was COVID. So, absolutely, that was, no, I'm just kidding. That didn't really happen, but that's how that went down, remember? So, yeah, now it's dial 1-800. Did you take the jab? Now they get a 48-hour Apple jab for you, an Android jab. They're going to cure your cancer in 48 hours. They always want to sell you the cure and they never talk about the cause. I find that rather ironic, don't you? That's right. So, take your Apple jab, and the government loves you, and stand in line so you can get your scratch and stiff sticker. And yes, Mr. Warp Speed can create more protein spike mimickers using this mRNA so Pfizer can continue. Remember, Joe came in and played cleanup. Remember, you're here on the Hollow Needle channel. Remember, he said, you knew I was a snake, a fang, a viper that shoots the venom, right? Before you let me in. Remember his little spiel and all that? He introduced himself like a vampire, like, 2 fangs, right? And then he did his Warp Speed, $2.2 trillion to create the greatest jab ever, right? As they outfitted them all with the G towers, right? The great G Whiz. That's what it really was. Nobody really got the Vidco. It was always about the G Whiz. Yes, it was. 5G Whiz is rotation, circle, like making pancakes, yellow uranium and spinning it around. Here we go around in circles. That's what that is. Military patent grade weapon. Yes, it is. The big great 5G Whiz has zero to do with an internet. Nothing. If you think 5G whiz has anything to do with the internet, you're an idiot. You didn't even look into the patent. Who patented it? The United States Navy. It's a weapon, you idiots. Ground base. Doesn't have anything to do like a ham radio shooting it up like satellite, like Starlink. Stinky muskrat. No, it's a ground base. That's why it has to have a paddle and can't go through trees and long distances. So, anyways, it doesn't have anything to do with interweb or getting caught in the net. It's about here we go around in circles like people were doing the COVID and dropping like flies. So I know, I'm a veteran. We use this stuff. This was used in the desert. It was patent. Look at it when it was. It's been around long before the internet. So I thought Al Gore invented the internet. I thought all the polar bears were going to die. I thought your children were never going to see a snow again. I thought Donald Trump was going to put Hillary Clinton in jail. Why did he sit 3 bodies away from him at his inaugural dinner? Because Trump people are idiots. They're probably the most dense people. They think Joe Biden, the actor, because he's an actor, Hollywood conductor with their holly tree and their, broadcast. I'm broadcasting right now. This is a broadcast. It means to sow seeds. So hopefully we're planting good seeds and we'll bear. He said the enemy came and sowed seeds while you're sleeping. I hope you're not sleeping. He said, don't go to sleep. And I don't mean not like get some rest, but spiritually, brothers, sisters, I hope your eye is the lamp of the body. I hope your lamp is trimmed, burning bright, but have extra oil. And I'm not talking about bath oil. No, that's Trump bought all that. Remember? Mr. 58-story Babylonian tower, his phone was pinged to his phone. His phone was from his tower to EpiPen Island and back. So Epstein didn't Epstein himself back to his island. No, back to his tower. They all ride the train to the tower. And it's not just Manshell. It's not Manshell or Michael. It's Reggie, who was an Oregon State Beaver. Get it straight. He never came to Autzen Stadium. Duck you. I'm in fucking Oregon. Duck off. A quack daddy bitch. Duck a friend. I know this shit. Duck somebody you love, right? Duck an A, duck a B. While you're at it, duck the whole alphabet. Duck you. How about that? How do you fit that in there? I don't know. You tell me. I'm in whatever. You become a product of your environment. Careful. He said, don't sup with vipers. Remember? So he put the bite in. Yes, he did. He came and played cleanup, didn't he? So all his buddies had Pfizer and he said, come play poker. Remember? He still pushed that hollow needle, the jab, the poker. He did played cleanup. You got the bite in, didn't you? Somebody in here took the jab. I can smell you. You smell like the jab. You did. And if you took a jab, it's all right. If you even took a booster, it's all right. But any of these people took 2, 3, 4, 5, that's crazy. If they're suffering, I would just put them out of their misery. But that's just you're just compartmentalized. That thinking that some man's going to save you. So, anyways, it's not sending out internal system. It's multiplication of cells. They have just related LTE bands to 5G and to 4G, but they don't want to check out the internal internet speed. Okay, that's blasphemy, Boogie. There's nothing to do with 5G. Has nothing to do. Oh crap! I said it. I shouldn't have said that. It doesn't. It's wrong. It's 100% incorrect. It is a weapons grade oxygen 60 gigahertz 60 millimeter wave. There you go. Look that up. You'll see it's not internet. So that is zero to do. It's an oxygen absorption wave is what it is. It takes oxygen right out of the fucking air. Take it right out of your bloodstream too. Here we go around in circles. So anyways, thanks for coming in, Boogie. A lot of people have a lot of disinformation on this channel. I've already exposed this, and who's responsible for that? Mr. Megahertz himself, Gigahertz himself, Mr. Tesla, stolen Tesla, John Trump. So it's 60 gigahertz, 60 millimeter wave is an oxygen absorption wave. That is what the big 5G is. It is nothing else than that. Don't make it anything else. You're adding to something that it's not. It was patented by the United States Navy. I know we've used it for decades in the desert. It's been used. So no, different wave. So different wave. 5 is a whole different, very similar to a microwave. Okay, so you understand too. Probably that's going to excite. And from an inside out, what this does is this causes a circulation. No, it wasn't anything has to do with internet, Casey. That's right? Nothing, right? We're like, wait a minute. Casey's like, yeah, remember they said that we're all going to get faster. Nobody did. Actually, the system got worse, right, Casey? Not trying to just rub you when you came in, but remember all this, we're going to get this and all this, and it didn't get any better. Yeah, bullshit, because it wasn't about that, guys. Can you tell me, where was the first place to be outfitted with the 5G whiz? Let's see if we can go back in history. Remember how this all started. Where was the very first place where every place from it was a city, it was a pretty major city. Every place was outfitted with the 5G whiz. Where what they said, where was it? There was one single place where they outfitted everything with the 5G whiz. And they announced it. They made a big announcement. No, thanks for your answer, DC. That wasn't it, but we'll get to where it was outfitted in the U.S. No, thank you for your thing, Case. Appreciate it. It doesn't matter if you get a right or wrong answer. I ain't sitting there and try to. I know I'm pretty stickler on these things, so a wrong answer here is not going to be. It was Wuhan, guys. Wuhan. And where did the whole thing start? Waco. No, Wuhan, China, guys. Where did the Vidco start out? Out of some bat soup in a market, right? Yeah, huh? Okay, so now you understand. Let's bring this back in time. Let's go back in time, guys. Remember these police officers falling down? Remember everybody falling down, guys? Remember everybody a lot of them were doing this, spinning, like they were looking at something. Who was watching back then? I'm going to show you how they did this, guys. This is a good conversation. We'll do this just to piss the government off because they're watching right now. They're going to be like, fucking son of a bitch. I hate it when he does this. So I'm a veteran. We're supposed to not talk these things. So fuck you, government. So, but remember, a lot of them had that rotation. They were seeing something. Remember a lot, or even those police officers, or the collapse. Yes, thank you. Or the collapse of the people. You got it. Thank you. What happened then? Now, listen, guys, there was somebody who recently passed out. I'm a veteran. I know I've stood for long periods of time. If you stand with your knees locked, you will cut the circulation in your body and you will pass out. Yes. Thank you, Dennis, because they saw something. They were seeing. Now, listen, what I'm trying to explain to you guys, the 5G whiz, if you had a dial, because you can turn this energy directed. It's directed. Oxygen absorption, 60. Yes, and that's right, because we're not supposed to talk about these things, Rise. And I don't care. My loyalty is to Father, not to Satan and the beast system. So I don't care. They come try to prosecute me, put Fed charges on me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You can't serve two masters. You can't serve Mammon and God. I don't serve this beat system. Although I was a veteran, a cop, and a pig and all that, I won't stand for this anymore. I said, come out of my people. So let's go back to Wuhan. This is where a lot of this started, guys. Remember, there was perfectly healthy athletes. We were seeing athletes just fall out. No reason for this. Now, like I said, if you'll look, they've been using this technology. You'll see it's been patented by the United States Navy. It does zero to do with the web. It's a 60 gigahertz, 60 millimeter wave. Okay. What this does is you have white blood cells in your bloodstream. Yes, you do. Oxygen. How do you think your circulatory system? So watch, guys. I'll show you how they did this. It's so fucking sick what they did. Voice to skull technology. Thank you. That was for the pigeons. Hello, pigeons. So Tesla. Casey, Tesla, voice to skull. Think about that back then. Tesla was already messing with that back then. Yes, he was. Why do you think he had messenger pigeons? So thank you, Casey's on this. Some of you guys aren't going to be full. So it feels good to be in a room with, I know people who have been watching this, and we're in an age where they're not hiding this anymore, brothers and sisters. It can't be hidden. We live in the age of Aquarius. Fomalhaut was the fish of the age of deception. We're in the age where the veil is lifted off. That is the word apocalypse. That means to pull off the cover, or to reveal the aletheia, the truth. And that's what I reveal. That's why my followers here, the subscribers, call me Pastor Revelation. I didn't ask to be called pastor. And that's what, it's just the name was, obviously I pastor this time of revelation. We're here. We're in the very last book. Celestially, I can prove that by the firmament. These star markers, brothers and sisters. So let's get back to what they're doing here, boots on the ground. The whole idea was to push a respiratory virus. So people would say, like George Floyd, who that was sickening, where they made people mask up. You couldn't go see your grandma die. You couldn't go see your kid's funeral, but yet they had a freaking big, huge deal on George Floyd where nobody was wearing a mask, and they put that big thing on television because he asked to be laid down on the ground and said, remember Eric, who who was selling cigarettes out in front of the local store, and they squashed that man to death just for their first ritual of I Can't Breathe. And they brought in the I Can't Breathe with George Floyd to bring in this whole face diaper ritual with everybody walking around with their masquerade. So they had to cloak this as a respiratory virus, guys. They had to tell you that you had this so that you would go in and you complain that you couldn't breathe. Okay. So now what oxygen absorption does, it goes in your white blood cells. 60 gigahertz takes and rotates that blood cell. That's what it does. That's what 60 gigahertz does. That's how it absorbs the oxygen. It's just like making a pancake yellow weapons grade, spinning at the higher grade. The faster you spin it, the higher grade of. So that's what you're seeing. So the faster they spin that white blood cell in your bloodstream, and they can direct this right at you. Yes, they can. That's why it's paddle based, not a satellite based. That's not what 5G is. That's why it doesn't have anything to do with the net. So, okay, right. So now pay attention, guys. So as a military veteran, I understand this. If they take this ground-based military directed energy, okay, and they point that at you, they can do this via satellite to trigger that too. By the way, I'm telling you to trigger the thing here is still ground-based. So they use a satellite system to trigger it, but most of it is done via ground-based. What this does is this causes the rotation in your white blood cells so that eventually they'll start spinning and they can attach to the red hemoglobin in your blood cells. So you're gonna, let's say if I did a paddle and it goes up to 10, like the stove, or high, let's go 1 to 10. If I turn that up to 1, you're gonna feel that, guys. Do you understand? You're going to feel that. That would really grab a hold because it's going to start spinning. You're going to know something's not right. You will probably at that point clutch your throat. You'll probably grab your chest and clutch your throat. Now, when I turn it up to 1, 1.5, guys, that pretty much you can't even move at that point, because now what it's doing is it's skipping that white blood cell, is passing and not allowed to attach to the red hemoglobin cell and move throughout your circulatory. You ever seen how vast our circulatory system is? So it's not going to be able to oxygenate your blood. So what you're suffering from, and we're calling this theory to protect the channel, is all theory, guys, all theory to protect the channel. So as this rotates around, it's not able to attach to the red blood cell, and you are going to start to clutch your throat, and you are going to say, I can't breathe, just like George Floyd. And now you're going to go to where? If you think you're struggling with a respiratory problem and, oh shit, we're having a COVID virus, which is a respiratory virus. Now, you're not have a respiratory problem, do you? You have an oxygen saturation in your hemoglobin. Focus, guys. Focus on what I've said. So if I turn that up to 2, that's right. So if I turn that up to 2, guys, I'm telling you, you can't move in 3. Like a fucking lead weight, guys. Like a sack of fucking potatoes. Camel and all on the ground. Gone. Over the hill, pointing at it. Boom. Like a fucking lead weight. Camel too. It don't matter. They have a circulatory system as well. So it'll do the same thing. So hear me out, guys. So that's at 3. It goes to fucking 10, guys. 3 will drop a human being dead in their fucking tracks, like a lead fucking weight. Now you know why people were spinning, looking and seeing at something and dropping out of nowhere. All these healthy fucking athletes this is what they were directly fucking, guys, it's sick. That's how they can do this, via pointing this satellite ground-based weapon. Now listen, how this was done for most people. You would complain because we said where was the very first outfitted place with the 5G whiz was Wuhan, and that's where this whole shit started out. Some bat soup out of a, so watch. You complain. Now where was the very first place they shut this country down and they outfitted the United States from coast to coast with the 5G whiz. Guys, hear me out, please, guys. I don't like talking about this. This is why I got swatted and they don't like me, and eventually they're going to come get me, but it doesn't matter. Father will protect me. He will prepare like Moses. He'll, split the waters. I'm not worried. Father, he's the way maker. He can make a way when there's no way in hell. He is. I've brought me through. I just got grenaded in the face, guys, 9 months ago. I should not even be able to articulate a sentence. I suffered a concussion from a grenade by the state order and came here to kill me. It's 16 minute, 43-second video. It's on the channel. Pull to the playlist. See what happens if you stand up for your rights in this country. So, but anyways, if you'll take that same thing where they outfitted, where this started, brothers, sisters, there was during, remember they shut this whole country down. What did they shut down when they shut the country down? See, they already had this in place. There was a place where they outfitted from coast to coast, guys, from Florida all the way down, all the way coast to coast, every state. Yeah, they could do it again at any time. Okay, that's right. But where was the first? Thank you, because that's what got outfitted afterward. But before this whole place, they outfitted coast to coast, coast to coast, coast to coast. This was before the shutdown. Okay. This is before the shutdown. They from coast to coast, like they did with Wuhan, because they advertised it. Where did they put that 5G whiz? It was at every location from coast to coast. Schools that came with the closure. This was installed before, and it was installed by the time that we got the announcement in 2020. And when they announced that, oh my gosh, we're all gonna get this bug and it's the end of the world, all that nonsense. So where was the first place to be outfitted with the 5G whiz? Okay, not the major cities. Thank you, Casey, for your answer. I appreciate the participation, guys. It makes it easier when I know I at least have 2 or 3 you guys are following this where I'm going. Let's go back. See, remember, like, man, I don't feel very good. I'm giving you a hint. This is sitting on a lot of buildings, guys, out there. These paddles are not very big. They're not the big ones that do the repeater towers for your internet. I told you that's not what this is. Are you okay, girl? So when you feel bad, where do you go, guys? Because that's where they outfitted. That's right. Every major hospital was outfitted, guys, before they ever shut down. Because they knew if you were in an area, in a high dense area, city, right, you would have shortness of breath. That's right, Rice, you are. And where would you go? Now, listen, in the cities, guys, am I just watching this and understanding how this ground-based directed energy works? Okay. So, right. So what they would do, guys, it would plant these throughout the cities because they had everybody believing this was interweb. Remember that this has had something to do with the web, and people would just go along with it and police systems, and that's not how electric works. Hey, cut it out. And the web works anyways. They can throttle this stuff up and down, and you guys know you can buy more or less RAM. And all. It's incredible how they pull this off. So every major hospital was outfitted, guys. So you were in a high dense area where some of these were in some cities. And you said, honey, I don't feel good. You're complaining to your wife. You're complaining to your husband. Honey, I can't breathe. I'm having a hard time. Where do you go? Well, they're almost at about probably 3/4 to make out of the city for a decade. I live off the grid. I make all my own power. I'm not connected to a smart meter. Silly nonsense. So every major hospital. So if you complained of shortness of breath, guys, that's where you went. That's where you said, honey, I don't feel good. And then what did they do when you got there? What was the mandatory thing that they did? They'd already announced this respiratory virus. See, and that's not what you're having. No. I'm still working from my eye from last night, you guys. My eye is so bad last night. I've been up since that morning with my eye all messed up from. Maybe we should stop talking about the 5 is, huh? They don't want you knowing about that. Are you okay, girl? But anyways, we'll roll on. Maybe they'll let it roll through. So, how many ID tags do you have? All right, thank you. All right, thank you. Yeah, I know. God loves everybody. Bubbles and butterflies, guys. Kittens and rainbows. Super Bowl. A minor. A minor. See, no problems. We're talking the hard talk, and they'll take this thing in the world. But if you don't care, not even, or maybe will. I'm saying that you can't learn out of a book, but see, they can't breathe. And they're like, oh, they got the hemoglobin. White blood cells were not. When they start spinning, they cannot move throughout same frequency, same millimeter wave. So you can move megalithic structures. You can do a lot of things with frequency. People don't understand. So up there in the Pacific Northwest, right on. Washington State, not Washington District criminals, out here in the Pacific Northwest and down south here in the duck country, where we're sitting out here like ducks in a pond with all the snow. We got dumped a couple feet of snow out here, and it's all melted off. It's quite soupy out in the desert because I'm higher than a hippie in a helicopter at about 4,500 feet at the ridge of the rim of the Great Basin, and it's old 500 feet under the ocean where I used to be, where I'm sitting. So there's a bed of so if you want to come get me, cops, you already know where I live. So anyway, they already know where I live. So there's nowhere to escape. Don't worry about that. North, south, east, or west, all the four. They're going to say, hey, you got the bug. They're going to say, hey, you got the bug. And so we used that for malaria, didn't we? Hydroxy. I've done fish tanks for decades, and they use that same, they're not giving any medical advice, but they used it for malaria, for chlorine, chloride, chloroquine. Guys, it's not that hard. That's a halogen. They give you. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That is 3. Stream. Maybe we just got a bed, run on. We'll come back up in a minute. I'll expose this America, and American is what it is. Most people don't even know how the nation was even founded. So it's not America even founded. So it's not America. And all these suckers extort people's fucking Relation Pastor Apocalypse. Whoa. Links in the description if you want to support the channel. Monetary is not. Relation Pastor Apocalypse. Whoa. Links in the description if you want to support the channel. Monetary is not required. Get some more Plessy. Whoa. Plessy. Whoa.